Hello, you're here of Sunday's edition of QPVN English News Bulletin. You're with me, Linh Chi, and I'm the headlines. Civil military rappers in border areas of Vietnam and China tightened. Resources for victory honoring strength behind triumph. BUSTLING crowd celebrates VIET CHUA festival in THAP. After 3 days of working, the 11th plenum of the 13th Presidential Committee wrapped up on April the 12th. All the contents of the agenda have been completed. In his closing speech, General Secretary Tô Lâm said the participants discussed a number of new and important issues, then reached high consensus on important and core contents. The conference resolution was adopted by all participants. They highly approved the policies on reorganizing the local government system into a two-tier one, province and commune, and on the number of 34 provincial-level administrative units after the merger. They also agreed on the ending of the operation of district-level administrative units and the merger of commune-level administrative units to ensure that the number of commune-level administrative units is reduced by about 60 to 70%. The Presidential Committee agreed on the policy of amending and supplementing the Constitution and laws of the state related to regulations on local governments to serve the arrangement of the apparatus of the political system and regulations on the Vietnam Fatherland Front and social political organizations that will be completed before June 30th, 2025 and take into effect as from July 1st, 2025. The General Secretary emphasized that the Presidential Committee requested the National Assembly and government, as well as relevant agencies, to closely and effectively coordinate in implementing the tasks related to the institutional profession. Regarding the work of building and implementing the party's charter, the General Secretary noted that the personnel planning for the 14th Presidential Committee has been approved, while other amended and supplemented contents related to the implementation of the party charter, supervision and discipline enforcement on party organizations and members have been completed. He believed that under the party's wise and talented leadership and the joint efforts of the entire party, people and military, Vietnam would definitely overcome all difficulties and challenges to successfully complete all set goals and targets. The state visit to Vietnam from April the 14th to the 15th of Chinese Party General Secretary and President Xi Jinping will be his fourth visit to Vietnam in his role as the top leader of the party and state of China. The visit is expected to create a new milestone for Vietnam-China relations. In a recent press interview, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Bùi Thanh Sơn said that the visit is an important foreign political event of the two parties and two countries, with strategic significance and long-term impact on the development of Vietnam-China relations in the context that the two countries are entering a new era of development. Meanwhile, Xinhua News Agency commented that the visit of General Secretary and President of China Xi Jinping is expected to become a new milestone in Vietnam-China relations, adding strong momentum and creating a favorable foundation for the development of the two parties and two countries in the new period. The visit takes place on the occasion of the 75th founding anniversary of Vietnam-China diplomatic relations, which is of great significance, continuing the past and opening up the future in the relationship between the two countries. China wishes to cooperate with Vietnam, taking this visit as an opportunity to consolidate the generational friendship, enhance strategic trust, and deepen substantive cooperation. This visit bears a great meaning. China considers Vietnam as the top priority in its neighborly diplomacy strategy, and Vietnam considers China as a top priority in Vietnam's comprehensive multilateral foreign relations. In late 2023, during Chinese Party General Secretary and President Xi Jinping's state visit to Vietnam, the two sides established a new position for bilateral relations, continue to deepen and elevate the comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership, and build a Vietnam-China community of shared future of strategic significance. 8 months ago, during the official visit to China by General Secretary and President Tô Lâm, the two countries issued a joint statement, agreeing that the visit wrapped up successfully, playing an important role in fostering the building of a Vietnam-China community of shared future carrying strategic significance. In recent years, Vietnam-China relations have been increasingly developing. High-level meetings and exchanges have taken place regularly, and many cooperation documents have been signed for the benefits of both peoples, as well as peace, stability, and development in the region. On April 12th, the activities of providing free medical examinations and treatment and medicine to locals in the Vietnam-China border area kicked off as part of the 9th Vietnam-China Border Defense Friendship Exchange. A delegation of military medical officers and staff of the two countries' militaries examined, provided health advice, and provided free medicine to nearly 1,500 people on both sides of the border. Despite the hardships, they brought joy to the villagers on both sides of the border and took care of the people's health. Hoàng Thị Bí, 83 years old, has suffered from such difficult circumstances that she cannot afford to have her leg checked, though it has been hurting for a long time. Hearing about the health examination of the joint delegation of military medical forces of Vietnam and China, she showed up early at the location, waiting for the checkup. Now she was able to walk more easily. I'm so grateful. I feel much better after the acupuncture. The Chinese and Vietnamese doctors have treated me so enthusiastically. My legs can move easily now. At the same time, in Pyeongchang City, Guangxi Province of China, despite the hot weather, hundreds of border residents were present for health checkups. On the first day of the medical examination, 21 experienced officers and doctors of Vietnamese military and 24 doctors of Chinese military provided health examinations and consultations for nearly 700 people. When we just got off the car, we saw lots of people waiting for us, so we immediately started the job. Locals here treated us like their families. We were so touched. We are organizing mobile medical examinations and treatment to bring high-quality healthcare services to the people of both Vietnam and China. At the same time, medical troops from both countries will also exchange experience and techniques to help boost the military medical cooperation in the coming time. Though it was hot where there was a large number of people waiting for examination, the military medical troops of Vietnam and China worked hard under the spirit of honest rest when all patients have been examined, all for the locals' health. On April 12th, Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Văn Nghĩa, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, judged the inspection of the artistic formation practice at the military ceremonial unit in the build-up to the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the South Liberation and National Reunification Day. After the conclusion of the military financial defense leaderships at the most recent inspection and joint training sessions, parade participants at the National Military Training Center No. 4 and the military ceremonial units have proactively coordinated with the art troops of Military Reason 2, Military Reason 3 and the Military University of Culture and Arts to select talented directors, actors, actresses and dancers to join the artistic formation block. After a period of practice, a program combining the honor guard force with the military band has been formed on the majestic background music of revolutionary songs, during which the soldiers of the honor guard force are arranged in blocks to perform unique and decisive gun dance movements. Senior Lieutenant General Nguyễn Văn Nghĩa requested the participating units, officers and soldiers to uphold their determination, practice hard, perfect each and every movement, so as to successfully demonstrate the heroic spirit of the nation. On April 12th, a delegation of the Ho Chi Minh City's leadership led by Deputy Secretary of the city's Parties Committee, Nguyễn Phước Lộc, paid a visit to encourage the parade participants who are present at the Ho Chi Minh City Military Command just after the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the South Liberation and National Reunification Day. The leaders inquired after and praised the training efforts of the participants, including veterans, religious dignitaries, and people from all walks of life representing the National Unity Bloc, asking them to make sustained efforts to more unfavorable weather conditions and keep fit to successfully complete the mission in the upcoming separation. The general offensive and uprising in 1975 spring was an unprecedented nationwide mobilization of resources in the history of Vietnam's resistance wars. Among those vital resources, logistics and technical support played an indispensable role. The special program, Resources for Victory, produced by the Army Broadcasting Center to mark the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification, serves to bridge the past and the present. It offers audiences a deeper insight into the invaluable resources that contributed to our historic triumph through the lens of logistic and technical services. The program offers audiences valuable insights and moving stories about the resources that contributed to the triumph of the 1975 Spring General Offensive and Uprising, told from the perspective of military logistic and technical support. As part of the activities marking the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification, the program promises to be a unique highlight, offering audiences a rich emotional journey. The program will be broadcast live at 8:10 p.m. on April 13th from Studio S1 of the Army Broadcasting Center, airing on the QPVN channel and live streamed on digital platforms. Coming up next, Vĩnh Long sets record with 135 dishes made from thanh trà fruit. BUSTLING crowd celebrate VIET Festival in the THAP. On April the 12th, Vĩnh Long Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, in coordination with Bình Minh Thao and the Provincial Women's Union Chapter, held the Thanh Trà Fruit Festival and set a Vietnam record with 135 dishes made from thanh trà fruit. 20 teams competed in the culinary contest featuring dishes made from thanh trà fruit, contributing a wide variety of colorful and flavorful food and beverages to the record-setting showcase. At the supervision and evaluation, a representative from the Vietnam Record Organization officially recognized the event with the record. The first event in Vietnam to prepare and showcase 135 dishes and drinks made from thanh trà fruit, a specialty of Bình Minh Thao. The record certificate was presented to the People's Committee of Bình Minh Thao. There was not only an opportunity for people to enjoy delicious thanh trà fruit and related products, but a chance for local farmers, producers, and processors to connect, share experiences, and expand their markets. It also served as the platform to promote the province's tourism potential, positioning the area as a must-visit destination for travelers to Vĩnh Long. From April the 11th to the 13th, corresponding to the 14th to the 16th day of the third lunar month, the 2025 VIET Festival is taking place at the Special Natural God Tháp Project site in Tân Kiều, Camin Tháp 10 District, Đồng Tháp Province. That is one of the province's major festivals, attracting large numbers of locals and tourists from near and far for sightseeing and worship. The event draws large crowds of locals and visitors coming to offer incense and pray. After the rituals, visitors can enjoy various cultural, artistic, and sporting activities, including the Gò Tháp Countryside Market, đơn ca tài tử performances, and a fruit basket decoration contest. The VIET Festival at Gò Tháp is held annually to meet local spiritual needs and promote Đồng Thap's cultural, historical, and scenic values. It also serves as an opportunity to showcase the province's tourism potential and highlight its unique traditional cultural identity. It's the end of the English News Bulletin today. You can watch our news again at QPVN.vn. Goodbye and see you next time.